Folks, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 10 sneakiest cards that are secretly mooning and no one is talking about. Let's get into the list. At number 10, we got the Arceus Dialga Palkia GX Altar from Cosmic Eclipse. Cosmic Eclipse, guys, it has been moving. It has been moving crazy, but very, very quietly. Not a lot of people are talking about it. This card a year ago, you could have gotten it for around $175. But if you look at this graph, you can't really look past that. But I do remember looking at this card for about 6 months or so, a couple months ago around August, right when I bought it. Because this card was well above $200 for months. Well above $200. But now it has finally reached its lowest point and hit $160. That's when I snagged it. And now it's going up for over $195 with most recent sales well above $200, $225, $250. It has been going insane in the rock hobby. In a PSA 10 a couple months ago, you were able to get this card for around $400 to $500. I remember trying to look for one in Card Party, but no one had it, unfortunately, or someone had it, but then they sold it very, very quickly. So I missed out on that one. But now it is selling well above $700, close way above, and also $820. Most recent sale, $820, $750, $777, and $830. That is insane. That is almost a 100% increase for this card in a PSA 10. That is very impressive, and I'm still a little bit salty that I missed out on that, but that's okay. At number 9, we have the Squirtle illustration rare from Stellar Crown. I know this card is a little bit popular and has been talked about a lot recently, but I just had to put it on the list because it's just that adorable. I think this card will overtake the Terapagos. Is going for around $80 right now. A couple months ago, right around release, you could have gotten it for around $40 to $45, but now it's at $80, 64% on the 6 months since release. Most recent sales is around $79, $77, $85, and close to $90 as well, $91. I do think this card is going to continue to go up. I do think this is going to overtake the Terapagos simply because that's what's been happening for a couple of these sets from the Scarlet and Violet era. You see it in Paradox Rift that Roaring Moon used to be the top hit, but now it's the Groudon, Paldea Evolved. The Iono SCR used to be the top hit, but now the illustration rare Magikarp is the top hit. And also because this matches very beautifully with the Bulbasaur from the same set and also the Charmander from Obsidian Flames. A couple months ago in November, you were able to get this card for low of $150, $160, and around that $170 mark. But now it is selling for over $300 at a PSA 10. That is insane. That's a card that is definitely mooning. That is a very nice percentage gain for this card. I think it deserves it because if that Obsidian Flames Charmander is Pokemon Center is well above, I think, $1,000 now. And even the normal raw copy or like the non-Pokemon Center copy is around $400, I think. I'm not so sure. Don't quote me on that. I think this deserves it as well. Number 8 is the Origin Form Palkia V from Astral Radiance. This card has been going insane. A year ago, you could get it for like around $30, $35, but now it's selling for well above $65 to $70. That is insane. That is a very nice price point. It is up 88% on the year. I think this card will go up a little bit higher due to it looking very, very similar to the one in Pokemon Pocket. And I think Astral Radiance still is very heavily underrated. It has some very, very nice cards inside. For the PSA 10 a couple months ago, you could get it for around $100 to $120. But now it has been selling for well above $150, $170. So I still think it's a pretty good deal for a Altar from Sword and Shield. At number 7, we have the Reshiram and Zekrom GX Full Art from Cosmic Eclipse. This card has been mooning to the maximum. This card, I actually bought it for $120 a couple months ago. And I sold it for $130 because I wanted to buy some other cards. But now I completely regret it because most recent sales have been going way above for $300, $340. It has exploded in price in the last 2 weeks, which is insane, and no one is talking about it. This will already, if you take these numbers into consideration, this will surpass the Rosa, and this will be the top hit for Cosmic Eclipse, and that is crazy. I personally think this card is going insane due to two things. It looks like a Battle Partners Pokemon because it has an N in it, and it's also because it's Reshiram and Zekrom. These two are the mascots for Pokemon Black and White. And what you don't know about Pokemon Black and White is that they announced a set that's gonna come out later this year, and it's all only Black and White Pokemon. So that is gonna go insane. I do think this card is gonna keep going up way even higher than what it is now. So don't be like me and sell it right as you get it. Just wait a minute. We just wait a couple of weeks. In the last year, this card in the raw copy is up 106%. However, it's selling for way more than that with a sell a couple days ago for $400. That is insane. That's a card that is definitely mooning. This card in a PSA 10 has been going absolutely bonkers. A couple months ago, you could have gotten it for around $300 to $400, but now very recently has been selling for above $500 to $600, and there's also a sale close to $1,000 for this card. At number 6, and I swear no one is talking about this one, is the Garchomp EX from Paradox Rift. This card has been going insane. In the last year, it's up 139%. That is a moon. That is insane. That is an incredible percentage to see. Especially when you look at the most recent sales, it's going for close to $60 to $70. And back a couple months ago, back in like November, you could get this PSA 10 for less than $100. You could get it for $76, $87. But now it's selling for way above $100, almost $200. Most recent sold for $199.99. It's going insane. This is almost this is more than a 2x increase. I always thought that this card was a little bit underrated. People have been complaining how it looks a little bit dull, it looks a little bit alright, but they do a good job in kind of hiding that crown. But I do think it looks really cool. I do like the crystallized versions, you know, that little texture. I do like that. At number 5, we have yet another Astral Radiance card. We have the Origin Form, the Algavi Altart. This card has been going insane in the last year. It did go through that boom a couple months ago, but it is well above that now. It is up 156% on the year. A year ago, you could get it for close to $24. Now it's well above $60 with recent sales around $67 and $73. But for a PSA 10 a couple months ago, you were able to get this card for around $100. A couple sales at $105, $110. So it was a pretty nice, good pickup. But now it is most recently selling for $150, $145, $160, close to, well, getting close to that $200 mark. I think this is still an underrated pickup if you are looking at this card. And number 4 is a really cool card, is the Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest, the Trainer Gallery. It is up 160%. Last year you could get it for around $20 to $30, but now it's going well above $80 with recent sales $83, $84, and then like around the $70s, and one sell for $105. That is insane. That's really cool. A couple months ago, you were able to get this card for well below $100, around the $70, $60, or even the $90 mark. But now it's selling well above $200. Most recent sell $250, $230, $195. It has been going insane. I do think this is still a really good pickup because it's a really cool card, very clean. At number 4, we have yet another Trainer Gallery. It is the Garchomp V. This has been talked about a little bit more than the Rayquaza, but I just had to mention it because it's up 224% on the year. This is insane. That is insane. That's a card that is definitely mooning. A year ago, you could get this card for $16 to $19, $20. But now it's selling well above $60. That is insane. Most recent sales 54, 63, 67, and a couple sells at $70 as well. That is a very, very nice price point for this card. I think it looks pretty cool. Not personally, not my favorite. I do like Cynthia, but I'm not a huge fan of this artwork in particular, but it does look pretty cool. A couple months ago, you were able to get this card for around $100 very comfortably. You get it around $100, but now it's selling well above $200 again. That is a certified moon right there. That is insane. That is very, very cool percentage gains on this card. At number 2, this is another card that I personally love, and it's beautiful. It's the Greninja EX from Shrouded Fable, the Shrouded Fable box. This one is a little bit more talked about since it is very, very new, and it has only gone up ever since release. 6 months ago when it released, it was around $9, $10, but it has non-stop gone up to all the way up to $40, and now sitting at $34.18, over a 300% increase. That is insane. That is insane. That's a card that is definitely mooning for a promo card, a modern, very new promo card. But what can I say? This card is amazing. A lot of people say that that looks way better than the Twilight Masquerade SAR one. Back in November, you could get this card very comfortably around the $70 to $80 marks. There was many sales well under that $80 to $90. But now it's selling well above $200 again, $230, $250 most recent sale. That is insane for a modern promo card. At number 1, this might shock a couple people, but it is the Cresselia from Shrouded Fable. I think this card is a beautiful card. It is very, very, very underrated. Right now it's sitting around $30 or $31. It is up 330% on the last 3 months alone. 3 months ago, you could get it for $5 or $7 to $8, and now most recent sales $29, $20, $31, $29, $30 at $35. But for PSA 10 around November, which is the lowest point, you could get it for around $50 to $60. But now it's steadily going up for around $110. So not a lot of sales data for this card, but it has been steadily going up ever so slightly on a PSA 10. So don't be surprised if it mimics the Houndoom and the other ARs in Shrouded Fable and just jumps up to $200 in a couple weeks from now. I'm not fear-mongering, I'm just predicting, but that is my top 10 list of secret sneaky cards that I've been mooning in the past couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.